What does it mean to be truly strong? It's not about the muscles you flex or the battles you win on the outside. True strength is forged in the unseen, quiet moments when no one is watching, when the weight of the world bears down, yet you stand tall. Have you ever wondered if you possess that kind of strength? Today, we're going to uncover 5 powerful signs that show you are much stronger than you think. And let me warn you, these signs aren't obvious. They are rooted in raw, real-life experiences, the kind that leave you changed forever. Stick around, because by the end of this journey, you'll see yourself in a new light. 1. You keep going, even when it hurts. Strength isn't about avoiding pain, it's about embracing it, learning from it, and moving forward despite it. Picture this. You've just been blindsided by life. Perhaps it was a devastating breakup, the loss of someone you loved, or a crushing failure. The world feels like it's closing in on you, and every step feels heavier than the last. But here's the remarkable thing. You didn't give up. Maybe you cried in the shower where no one could hear you. Maybe you sat alone in your car, gripping the steering wheel, unsure if you could face another day. And yet, somehow you did. You got up, dressed up, and showed up. That's strength. True strength is not loud. It doesn't seek applause. It's found in those moments when you whisper to yourself, "I will keep going," even when everything inside you screams to stop. 2. You've learned to let go of what you cannot control. Letting go might be one of the hardest things for a human being to do. We cling to relationships, opportunities, and dreams, even when they've clearly run their course. But strength lies in recognizing when something is no longer serving you and having the courage to let it go. Maybe you've experienced this. Perhaps you held on to a toxic friendship, convinced you could fix it. Or maybe you kept chasing a dream that no longer aligned with your heart because you were afraid of starting over. And then one day, you reached a breaking point. You realized that holding on was hurting more than letting go. Walking away isn't easy. It requires you to face uncertainty, to grieve what was, and to rebuild yourself. But when you choose to release what you cannot control, you make space for growth, peace, and new beginnings. That's not weakness, that's extraordinary strength. 3. You have the courage to be vulnerable. Society often teaches us to equate strength with stoicism, with never showing weakness. But the truth is, vulnerability is one of the greatest forms of strength. It takes immense courage to admit you're not okay, to share your struggles, and to ask for help. Think about a time when you felt completely broken. Maybe you confided in a friend or a loved one, risking rejection or judgment. Or maybe you opened up to a stranger simply because you couldn't carry the burden alone anymore. That moment of honesty wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a testament to your strength. Vulnerability connects us. It's what allows us to heal, grow, and build authentic relationships. The strongest people aren't those who bottle up their emotions. They're the ones who have the courage to let others in. 4. You stand firm in your values, even when it's hard. In a world where it's easy to follow the crowd, it takes real strength to stay true to yourself. Maybe you've faced situations where your integrity was tested. Perhaps you were pressured to compromise your beliefs for the sake of convenience, popularity, or success. But you didn't. You stood firm, even when it cost you something. Maybe you walked away from a job that went against your ethics. Maybe you ended a relationship because it didn't align with your values. Or maybe you spoke up for what was right, even when your voice trembled and your hands shook. That kind of strength isn't flashy. It's quiet, resolute, and deeply inspiring. It shows that you have a moral compass and the courage to follow it, no matter the cost. 5. You find light in the darkness. Life isn't always fair. It throws curveballs, tests our limits, and sometimes it can feel overwhelmingly dark. But strong people have a unique ability to find light, even in the darkest moments. Maybe you've been there, standing in the ruins of a shattered dream, wondering if life will ever feel whole again. And yet, you found a way to create beauty from the pain. Perhaps you discovered a newfound appreciation for life's simple joys, a sunrise, a child's laughter, or the warmth of a hug. Or maybe you used your pain to fuel your purpose, turning your struggles into a story of resilience. Strong people don't deny the darkness, but they refuse to let it consume them. They find a spark, no matter how small, and they let it guide them forward. Now, as you reflect on these 5 signs, ask yourself, how many of these resonate with you? If even one of them does, know this: you are far stronger than you give yourself credit for. Strength isn't about being unbreakable. It's about rising each time you fall. It's about choosing hope when despair feels easier. So here's my challenge for you. Don't underestimate your strength. Use it, embrace it, share it with the world. And if this message resonated with you, take a moment to share this video with someone who might need a reminder of their own strength. Together, let's inspire others to see the power within themselves. Because the world doesn't need perfect people. It needs strong ones, just like you.